Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them can big profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETLs, make profits. I jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them can big profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them can big profits. While I'm still in my sand, big profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, big profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, big profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Big profits. That TTG money gang, we some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Hope you all had a fantastic and wonderful weekend. I know a large majority of our TTG family certainly did, because Adam and I just wrapped up a 2-day boot camp for members of True Trading Group, regardless of your membership type. It was free, and we covered how to incorporate AI into real-time trading decisions. It was an unbelievable boot camp. I had a wonderful time this weekend with each and every single one of you. I hope everybody feels more prepared to tackle the week ahead, and it is going to be a big week indeed. The markets are at all-time highs, and we have none other than Nvidia earnings on deck. On top of Nvidia earnings, we have PCE inflation data on deck. This comes right after Jerome Powell's dovish pivot at the Jackson Hole meeting on Friday that caused that big green candle that you guys see on my screen. So the dovish pivot from the Fed signaling that they're ready to cut rates at the September Fed meeting. Is it too little too late, or is it just in time? That's what we're going to talk about here on this live stream. I got some trade ideas of how I plan on making money this week. Yes, I'll give you my thoughts and insight on Nvidia earnings. We also have CrowdStrike earnings. We have Snowflake earnings. I am shareholders of all 3 of those in my long-term portfolio. So we're going to touch and hit on each and every single one and talk about some levels that we can look for, maybe some dip buys if earnings aren't that great, or where do we think these stocks can trade to if they get a positive reaction following that earnings report. Now, I don't try to predict earnings. It's not what I do. I'm not going to take a long or a short position going into the earnings print and just close my eyes and just say a couple of prayers and hope things go well. I'm going to trade my way through this entire week. Wednesday after the close are those earnings. I will not have positions in Nvidia, CrowdStrike, or Snowflake. From a trading perspective, I will hold in my long-term portfolio, but in my trading account, will not have positions on those names going into the earnings print. Following the earnings, we will then trade them most likely Thursday and Friday. Okay, so that's what we're going to hit on here. We're going to talk about today on this live stream. Folks, welcome. My name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group. I'm thrilled to have you guys here with us tonight. You have to understand that True Trading Group literally exists to help you guys learn faster, trade smarter, and to profit sooner. That's exactly what we're going to do here on this live stream. TTG is very proud to be powered by our partners at Benzinga, the NASDAQ, OpenAI, TradingView, DataBento, and Unusual Whales. You see, TTG is an award-winning platform receiving the 2024 Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. TTG is a platform that is built on education that's backed by experience, okay, strategies that are proven by success, tools that actually think, and each and every single part of it all built around and customized around you, the individual user. No matter who you are, what you trade, how much experience you have, how much money you have or don't. TTG exists to help you guys to make money, and that is exactly what we're going to do here on this live stream. Members of TTG are part of something real special. We are at the forefront of this AI technological revolution, incorporating AI into all things retail trading and investing alike. We received that award in 2024. We are going back for some more awards here in 2025. We are so thrilled and excited about the way that this product has been developing. It's just been unbelievable. It really has. It's really just been absolutely unbelievable. Okay. All right, folks. So enough of the kind of intro, and I'll get ready to roll our sleeves up tonight. We got some great content. I got some great trade ideas I think that we're going to, do really well for us here coming into this week. If this is your first time hanging out with us on this YouTube channel, I want you guys to just do yourself a quick favor. Subscribe. Okay. Subscribe to the channel. I do these lives throughout the week. We cover them every single Sunday. I don't talk about what happened previously. I mean, I do talk about it, but really the whole goal here of this live stream is to tell you what I think is going to happen this week. I'm going to tell you exactly what positions that I'm already in and what positions I plan on getting into, prices I'm going to be getting in, what I think stocks and individual and the markets are going to do. So I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. Okay, make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on any of these live streams. I'm dropping golden nuggets, free lessons, education, trade ideas, market commentary, and analysis that can help you guys become better traders, help you guys make money, hopefully as early as this week. Now, you might be wondering, though, well, really, who am I and why should you listen to what it is that I discuss on this channel? It's not because I think I'm the world's greatest trader. I think you should pay attention to what I talk about on the stream is because I've been doing this now almost 2 decades. And I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. It's my first job right out of college. Okay. While there, the fund had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the firm's money. I was trained by professionals working on Wall Street. That's how I got my start with trading. I really didn't know what I was doing prior to that. I wasn't in my dorm room trading bull flag breakouts or meme stock mania or anything like that. I got my start, my first job right out of college. And then shortly after, 2008 happened. And that was the Great Recession. That was the huge stock market crash. But that was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group, along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading moderators and an over 30-person staff. We have helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. True Trading Group has over 10,000 members in 114 different countries, truly a global community here at TTG. Okay, so like I said, if you guys are brand new, smash that like button, show some love, subscribe, and most importantly, make sure you're watching this video live. You should see a red dot next to the word live down there in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, if you do not see a red dot, that means you're watching this video delayed. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are watching this video live. You should see a red dot next to the word live, and then you folks will know that you are ready to go and that we're ready to kick some ass and take some names, right? Excellent. So now that you're subscribed, now that you showed some love, I'm about to show you a whole bunch of love right back. But now that you're also watching this video live, it's time for us to get down to business. We had a pivot from Jerome Powell last week. Jerome Powell last week at the Jackson Hole meeting, sounded very different from the Jerome Powell that we got at the previous Fed meeting that we had in July. The Fed meeting we had in July, the Fed signaled that they really weren't ready to cut rates, and they were pretty concerned about inflation still. Jerome Powell made some comments saying he thinks that we're going to see continued inflationary impacts from the tariffs throughout the summer, was the exact phrase that he used. That was at the July meeting. He made some comments about the labor market being strong and stable at the July meeting. And then 2 days after that, we got the U.S. labor report with severe downward revisions. That's what caused this big gap down that you guys see on my screen. That big gap down that you see on my screen was because of that shock of the U.S. labor report coming in weaker than what was expected. But that got people thinking the Fed was going to get ready to cut rates. And we were unsure about what was going to happen because there was no Fed meeting in August. There's one in September. But we did have the Jackson Hole Symposium, the Jackson Hole meeting, where the chairman of the Fed, every year goes through and gives a speech on economic conditions, monetary policy, and has historically been seen as in the past and continuing here now today and will continue into the future, continue to be an opportunity for a Fed chair to potentially signal to the markets any type of shift in monetary policy. That is exactly what Jerome Powell did this time around. Jerome Powell signaled that they are ready to cut rates in September. He changed his tone a little bit about worrying about inflationary impacts over the summer. He said that he believes, and the Federal Reserve believes, that inflationary impact from tariffs will be short-lived. He did say that he does expect to see more price pressures from the tariffs over the next couple of months, but believes that it will not be a long-lasting or any type of a situation that's going to cause an unanchoring in inflation expectations. Now, that part is extremely important because that tells you that they're really ready to cut rates. And I have been saying, if you've been following this live stream for a while, I've been saying since day one, since we found out about these tariffs, and then the market, threw up all over itself in April, we were aggressively buying during that April sell-off. Okay. We were aggressively buying during that April sell-off. I was actually on this very same YouTube channel on April 6th. And I said right here, this is the exact same time, just a couple of months ago. And I told everybody on this live stream that I'm going to be buying everything I can get my hands on Monday. And that was April 6th was the live stream. April 7th was the day that I was going to be aggressively buying. We did that inside of True Trading Group. All of my members inside of TTG, and all of my members that are here with me today on this live stream, if you guys stepped in and you were buyers of your long-term portfolio with myself and True Trading Group there in April, I want you to go ahead right now and type the number 1 inside of chat. Because if someone here is watching this video for the first time, or maybe you weren't watching the YouTube channel back in April, I don't want you to think I'm just pointing to look in the past and say, ooh, look at what we did with no proof. So we have members that are here with us tonight. We have people that were on that live stream on April 6th, and I made the announcement that I'm buying everything I get my hands on that Monday. That Monday, April 7th, ended up being the low of the pullback, and we have since rocketed to new all-time highs. A lot of the stocks that we bought at that time up over 100% in just a matter of a couple of months. It's actually been quite a ridiculous rally off of that April low. Such an incredible rally that it almost makes me feel a little bit cautious of just how far some of these stocks have really run in such an incredibly short period of time. But that's the beauty of buying when everybody else is panicking and freaking out. That's when the opportunities are the most abundant. When you guys feel like it's the absolute worst time to be buying, that is when typically you're getting really good prices. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be the low, the all-time low, it might go lower. I didn't buy on April 7th knowing that this is the low. I didn't call the low. I don't want you to think I came on here on April 6th and I was like, listen to me carefully, tomorrow's going to be the low. That's not what I did. But April 7th, when the SPY got into the 480s, that was a massive buy zone. There were multiple buy triggers on multiple different technical indicators, on multiple different long type of strategy setups that tell you to buy when we reach the 480s. Now, I'm not going to get into all that. I can spend the next hour and a half talking to you about what those signals, what those indicators were, and what those strategies are. But you talk to any type of chartist, any type of technician, there were so many green lights at that price point. That's why I stepped in and I started buying. It just so happens to be that 2 days later, we got the walk back of the tariffs, the markets exploded, and we've never looked back. I didn't know that that was going to be the low. But history and my 2 decades of doing this and the wonderful help of our AI product of Mari gave me the confidence and the wherewithal that I needed to say that this is a beautiful and a wonderful opportunity for us to step in the long-term portfolio and to be buying. And that's what we did. So big shout out and big congratulations to everyone that is part of True Trading Group that stepped in and bought some of those stocks that we bought during that time. And now here we sit at all-time highs as the futures market opened up. And we're flat. Futures are flat right now on the ES. We're just sitting here. Okay? We're just sitting here. Right? So right now, futures are just kind of quiet. But that is what we do here, guys, inside of True Trading Group. It's not just about day trading. It's not just about swing trading. It's not just, it's not just about stocks. It's not just about options. We cover long-term portfolio stuff inside TTG. We day trade, we swing trade, we trade stock, we trade options, we trade futures, you name it. We trade crypto, right? Ethereum has been just rocking. We've been trading ETHU. We've been trading BMNR. So a lot of really great stuff going on in the crypto markets right now. That's giving some really good trading opportunities. That is what this is all about. Right? That is literally what this is all about. You said back up the truck. I did say back up the truck. I literally did. And that's exactly what I did. Listen, I put my money where my mouth is. I come on here. I tell you what I am doing. You guys take that information, do with it whatever you please. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm telling you what I'm doing with mine. And you guys, if you want to follow, by all means. If you don't, you don't. It's totally up to you. It's your decision. It's your money, right? But I come on here and I tell you exactly what I think. I tell you exactly what I'm doing, and sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I'm right a hell of a lot more than I'm wrong. The moderators and I are right a hell of a lot more than we are wrong. Matter of fact, the moderators and I have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80% now, going on roughly the last 5 or 6 years. Okay, we are fully transparent inside True Trading Group. We actually upload all of our trading activity onto the website in a trading journal for everyone to see. Every entry, every take profit, every stop out, every green, every red, every break-even trade. It is all there tracked with timestamps for you guys to be able to see exactly what the moderators are doing inside of True Trading Group. And then you factor on top of that type of guidance from the moderators and myself that are with you each and every single day. We're with you every day. We're trading with you live. We're sharing our screens so you see what we see. We trade in front of you live. We answer questions. We talk to you on the microphone. We're with you for the entire day. And on top of now all of that, you guys have been able to add now and incorporate Mari. Mari is the award-winning platform, the award-winning AI that we received before for best AI analysis tool. Okay. Mari is just an unbelievable trading co-pilot. It is specifically fine-tuned for trading and investing. It is run on GPT-5. It is just an unbelievable product and tool that has allowed so many of our members to be able to make money with it. It's helping them identify support and resistance. It's helping them identify chart patterns. It's helping them come up with trading plans, profit targets, proper stop loss placement. It's helping them with position sizing. It's helping them overcome mental and psychological hurdles of trading. You name it, Mari is capable and Mari is succeeding. And that is a huge reason why so many of our members have been able to consistently make money here at TTG. My boy Ryan says, what's up, brother? I've been a lifetime member for years now. I rarely see any of you mods miss. It happens, but not much. I love that you all will own it and talk about if something doesn't work out. It's all part of the learning. Amen to that. My boy Jack says Mari is nuts. Right? Mari is nuts. Mari is nuts. It's absolutely insane. It really is. But that's what I mean by TTG is a platform. Okay? You're not just joining a chat room with trade alerts and courses. TTG is a fintech platform that is designed specifically to give retail traders the highest possible chance of success, to give them an edge, and to give them the tools and resources and technology that professionals use that the average retail trader does not have. It almost feels like cheating to have access to the TTG platform. With our partnership with the NASDAQ and the level 3 data and the AI technology that we have with Mari and our partnerships with Unusual Whales and Benzinga and Data Bento and everything else, it almost feels like cheating. You can think of TTG as the Bloomberg terminal for retail traders. Bloomberg terminals, every hedge fund uses them. The brokers, all the big players use them, but they're $32,000 a year. The average retail trader is not going to pay $32,000 a year, but you could pay a couple $100. That is the TTG platform. And at the TTG platform and being part of the TTG community, our members have success. And by success, I mean they make money. And if you don't believe me, don't. You shouldn't believe me just because I'm a guy on a YouTube channel. You should believe actual TTG members. And we've got over 1,000 of them that are here with you guys tonight. And let's ask, members of TTG, go ahead and type the number 1 in chat if you're making money. If you're becoming better traders, go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. Okay, Trader says, I've joined other groups before. Nothing is better than TTG. Now, anyone here that is not a member, I want you to pay very close attention to how many people you are about to see type the number 1. Every single person that you see type the number 1 right now is a member of TTG that is making money and are becoming better traders because of being part of this platform. There is nothing different about these people than you. These people are not luckier than you. They sure as hell don't have more time than you. 82% of True Trading Group members have a full-time job. If they can do this, then so can you. The technology that exists, especially with our AI trading copilot, there is absolutely zero excuse. I don't care how busy you are, short of you being an astronaut and you are just parked on the space station and you don't have the proper connectivity to connect to your E-Trade or your Webull account to place a trade. Anything short of that, there is no excuse on why you guys cannot use this platform to your benefit. All of these people you're seeing type the number 1 are telling you that they're making money and they're becoming better traders. If they can do this, then so can you. They literally are you, or I should say they were you. They were a viewer on a YouTube stream. They listened to me for an hour and they figured out, wow, I just learned more in the last hour than I learned in the past year trying to figure this stuff out on my own. They became a member of True Trading Group. They're utilizing the AI. They're using the platform. They're enjoying communicating with the community, and they're having success. That's what this is all about. You're here to make money. You're not necessarily here to make friends. You're not here to talk politics or sports, although I'll talk sports anytime. Politics, no. Sports, yes. But you're here to make money in the markets. How many people are on this live stream right now that are not a member? Real quick, and then I'm going to give you guys my trade ideas. If you're not a member of TTG, type the letters TTG in chat right now real quick. I actually have something very special for anyone here that's not a member of True Trading Group. So if you're not a member, you want to type TTG so I can see who you are, because I have something very special for people that are not members. Go ahead and type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. Okay, just go ahead and type TTG if you're not a member. Knife of Life, Wear a Kiss, Daryl, Roy. Yeah, that's it, guys. Go ahead, just type TTG. Look at that. Don't have to be a full-time trader either. I'm a teacher and a wedding DJ. I joined TTG 5 years ago, and I started investing after joining TTG, and I'm up $150,000 in my long-term portfolio since joining. That's amazing, Mike. It's amazing. Mike, I still remember the last time you and I had a one-on-one, because we do one-on-one coaching and one-on-one mentors with our lifetime members, and Mike is a lifetime member. So we got also RM is in the house as well. Fantastic. We got Mona Rod is in the house as well. Just found you 10 minutes ago. Nice. Knife of Life. I appreciate that. I really appreciate you found us. You found us 10 minutes ago and you decided to tune in. I really appreciate that. So yeah, long story short, you kind of just heard about True Trading Group and what TGD really is and the partnerships that we have. We have partnerships directly with the NASDAQ, Benzinga, Unusual Whales, etc. And we did receive the Benzinga Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. So I said to you before that I have something very special for anyone here that's not a member of True Trading Group. So here's the deal. If you guys are not a member of TTG, I want you to experience this platform and see what it can do for you. I really, truly, and honestly do, because I see the success that our members have, and I feel very confident in your ability to do the same. I'm going to allow the next 15 people. I'm going to allow you to start your journey with TTG. TTG normally is an annual membership. Okay. That annual membership, okay, could cost you over $1,000. But here's what I'm going to do. For the next 15 people, you can start your journey with TTG today for just $197 for 90 days. Okay. Then listen to me very carefully. At the end of the 90 days, you have a choice. You can either upgrade to a full year membership and pay a balance of $402. Okay, so it'll be $599 total for the year. Okay, and then you can unlock our double your money back guarantee, which I'll get into in a moment. Or you can simply renew for another 90 days for $197, and you can stay on a quarterly plan, which will be an annual rate of $788 for the year. Or you can just let your 90-day membership expire. There's no automatic renewal. There's no reoccurring fee. There's no surprise charge. There's no automatic upgrade if you forget to cancel. It is not an automatic renewal. If after your 90 days are up, you want another 90 days, you need to process a transaction for another 90 days. Otherwise, you're going to lose access to the platform and it's not going to charge you anything. You'd have to manually purchase another 90 days for $197 if you so choose. Or if you love TTG after those 90 days, you love the platform, you love the AI, you love the community, and you're making money and you're having success, and you say, you know what, the hell with the 90 days. I don't want to pay $788 for the year. I'll pay $599. You can just pay the balance of $402 and you can lock yourself in for the full year and then unlock the double your money back guarantee. After tonight, or 15 people join, whatever happens first, this offer is going to go away, and then new members will be able to join for an annual membership of $788. That's the deal. So again, to recap, 90 days, $197. You get access to a core annual TTG membership, but just for 90 days for $197. After 90 days, you can either let it expire, you're never charged again, or you can renew for another $197 for 90 days, or you can upgrade to become an annual member and pay a balance of $402, unlock a double your money back guarantee. Go to ttgoffer.com. Again, that is ttgoffer.com. Everything that you will see on ttgoffer.com is included in your membership. Okay? You will be getting Mari, the AI trading co-pilot for smarter trading. Okay? That is going to be the award-winning platform. That's the award-winning AI that will receive the Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool last year. You are going to get access to that to help you guys with your trading decisions. You're also going to get access to our university-level curriculum. This is a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. You're going to get, obviously, our chat room with all of the trade alerts, right? The moderators and I are with you each and every single day, calling out trades. You can use our mobile app to get real-time push notifications when our mods enter and exit positions, so you can follow along with what we're doing, even if you're not in front of your computer. You get daily watch lists for all styles of trading. There's scalping watch lists. There's day trading watch lists. There's swing trading watch lists. You also get Benzinga Pro's newsfeed and Squawk feature, TradingView's premium charting software with real-time data, of course, the 2,000 hours of our on-demand video library, a free workshop on the first Wednesday of every month called Red to Green, the Trade Idea Scanner, and so much more. Unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, congressional trading data. Guys, all of this stuff is included with your membership when you join. Okay. So again, go to ttgoffer.com. Okay. Offer.com. Okay. So again, that is ttgoffer.com. Okay. So that is ttgoffer.com. Okay. So go there, click join now, and that will take you guys over to your checkout page. Okay. Again, ttgoffer.com, click join now, and that will take you guys over to your checkout page. Now, I did mention that double your money back guarantee. Let's talk about that for a moment because I want to make sure you guys understand all of the details that go along with that. So if you decide to become an annual member, you'll pay the balance of $402. If you're winning trade and unlock the double your money back guarantee, if you're winning trades, do not total your membership costs over that 12-month term, you will qualify for a double refund. So example, if you end up paying $599 for the year, if your winning trades total less than $599, regardless of any outsized losses that you might experience, you will qualify for $1,198 back. So you can start today for $197 for 90 days. At day 90, you can pay the 402 balance and it unlocks the full year for $599, and then you qualify for the double your money back. You'll get the double your money back guarantee. Okay? You're going to have to pass all of our courses with an 85% grade or higher. You got to log into chat at least 50 times out of the 253 trading days that we have, or log onto the platform. Okay? Attend at least one private study group session. Okay? We hold them every week. I'm asking you to attend one of them. You're going to have to place real trades, right? You're going to have to actually trade. You can't just trade on a simulator and then say, hey, I didn't make my membership fee back. You have to actually trade with real money, and you'll have to be able to provide your brokerage statements confirming that you did not make back the $599 at least once through all of your winning trades, okay? That would then qualify you guys for the double your money back refund, okay? So again, ttgoffer.com, click join now. That'll take you guys over to the checkout page. If you have any questions at all, if you need clarity on anything, you're unsure about something, do not hesitate. Send us a text message, 1-888-621-2127. It's a text-only number, 1-888-621-2127. Text that phone number with any questions if you guys need help. This offer is available for the next 15 people, $197 for 90 days. Then the choice is yours. ttgoffer.com now. Also, if you are a previous member or a previous trial member, okay, do not fill out that form. Do not go through the checkout process if you used to be a member or you used to be a trial member. Instead, you must send a text message to the phone number that you see on the screen. We have to whitelist your old account or you're not going to be able to sign up. So again, that's if you used to be a member or if you used to be a trial member and you want to join, you must text that phone number. We'll whitelist your email and get you guys started. Otherwise, you can go, if you're new, you go straight to ttgoffer.com, click join now. Takes you on over to the checkout page. Everything that's included is there, $197 for 90 days. Get it? Got it? Good. With that, let's take things on now over to the charts. Let's talk about the overall markets and let's go over some of the trade ideas that we have lined up here for the week. Again, futures are flat. Okay, we are literally flat. We're not green. We're not red. We're just flat. Which I think, honestly, when I saw the rally that we experienced on Friday, I got to tell you, I'm getting to a point where I'm at a point right now where the markets continue to push higher, but I'm still a little cautious of where we are. Even with the dovish pivot that we had from Jerome Powell, I think maybe we can float a little bit higher, but I am starting to get just a little bit cautious. I really do prefer a pullback here coming into the fall. I don't necessarily think we're quite ready for one yet, but I think going into the fall, into September, October, I do think that we could be looking at a bit of a pullback. We do have to welcome RM. RM, welcome to the TTG family. There's only 14 spots left. These are first come, first serve. Okay. After these spots are finished or midnight tonight, whatever happens first, you'll be able to join an annual membership for $788. You can join 90 days right now for $197. Okay. RM, welcome to the TTG family. 14 of those spots now remain. Again, ttgoffer.com. Text us with questions, 1-888-621-2127. All right, welcome to the TTG fam, RM. All right, so as we come in here, I'm coming into the day here with, or coming into the week with two major catalysts that are absolutely, undoubtedly, make no mistake about it, going to move the market. One of them is Nvidia's earnings. The second one is going to be PCE. Now, I think the Nvidia earnings are going to be the most significant catalyst of the week because Jerome Powell's already kind of signaled that they're ready to cut rates in September. So even if we get, and we got to welcome Daryl. Daryl just joined, guys. Everybody welcome Daryl. 13 spots now remain. Everybody welcome Daryl. Daryl's the newest member of the TTG fam. So everybody welcome Daryl. Guys, again, ttgoffer.com. Click join now. Takes you to the checkout page. Everything's there. If you have any questions or you used to be a member or used to be a trial member, just text us. 1-888-621-2127. All right? Excellent. Welcome to the family, Daryl. Looking forward to trading with you, brother. All right, back on over to what we're talking about here now with the markets. The reason why I think that NVIDIA's earnings are going to be a bigger catalyst than the PCE is because the AI trade and the earnings power and the AI, the earnings growth that you've seen from the AI-related companies is what has been churning this market higher. Now, you've got a little bit of a rotation. Alessandro, we got to welcome Alessandro. 12 spots now remain, guys. These are going quick. Guys, these are going quick. I wouldn't wait. I'm telling you now, once 12 people join, that's it. We're done. Then you're going to only be able to join for 1 year for $788. I'm letting you join now for $197 for 90 days. And then you decide. If it's like, you know what, this sucked, I really didn't like it, then you know what, it costs you $197. Not the end of the world. If you're like, hey, this sucks. I don't think that's going to be the case. I really, truly, and honestly don't. There's a reason why we have a retention rate in the 70s of our members. We have over 10,000 members from 114 different countries. Many of our members have been members for years. Guys, do me a favor. Type the number of years you've been a member of TTG inside chat. So just type how many years you've been a member. You've been a member for 3 years? Type the number 3. You've been a member for 4 years? Type the number 4. Member for 2 years? Type the number 2. And anyone here that's not a member, just pay attention to how many people you see, or what, not how many people, but pay attention to the numbers that you see. And then ask yourself, so there's Sean, 5 years, Colby, 3, Brandon, 3 years. Ask yourself as you're seeing these numbers, 4 years for OK Trader, Susie, 5, Stan, what's up, buddy? 4 years for Stan. Okay. Kaibo, how you doing, brother? GoFunded Sarah, 5 years. Eric, 5 years. Another 5 years. Jane, 4 years. Dale, 4 years. D, 5 years. Will is going to be 6 years in November. Cheers, 5 years. Regina, 4 years. Why do you think these people are still here? If you ever wanted to know whether or not you should join a community, that is all the reason. That's all the answer you need. It's that the members that are part of that community and part of that platform stay after they sign up. Why do they stay? Because they're having success and they're making money. Why would they not stay? Right? Why would they not stay? If you join for $197, right? If you join for $197 for 90 days, and let's say you made $3,000 in those 90 days, you're probably going to stay, aren't you? You might even join for the whole year. So you pay $5.99 for the whole year. Then your year is up. Let's say over the year you made $18,000. I'm just making up numbers. Let's say you made $18,000. Are you going to stay for another year? Probably. Most likely. Why wouldn't you? You'd be silly if you didn't. But let's say you paid $5.99 for the year and you lost $8,000. Had no success. Then maybe you don't stay. And I get that. And I understand. I wouldn't expect you to stay if you weren't having success. So then you really have to think about, why do all these members stay? Think about it. ttgoffer.com, the choice is yours. 90 days, $197. You don't like it, you're done. Never charge anything ever again. No automatic renewal, no funny business, no automatic upgrade, no surprise charges. You do like it, but you're still not sure, pay another $197, stay for another 90 days. Or if you love it, which I'm confident you're going to, $402. Lock yourself in for the year, qualify for the double your money back guarantee. Just being in chat for 90 days is worth way more than $197. No question about it. Just having access to Mari, the AI co-pilot, for 90 days is worth more than $197. It's a no-brainer. I just want you guys to experience the platform and see what really is possible for you. And then you decide if TTG is the place to stay. That's it. That's what I'm doing. But there's only 12 spots left, so you guys got to hurry up. All right. So back on over to the charts, the AI trade and AI earnings growth has really been what has moved this market higher. So if for any reason Nvidia makes it seem like, the outlook on CapEx spending or the demand for their Blackwell chips or anything like that is lower than expected, then you're going to get a whole turnaround and a whole big sentiment shift in the markets, because I don't believe the markets can move higher if all of your AI related stocks are moving down. The market could move higher if those stocks trade sideways. And the reason for that is because, as we now know, the Fed is ready to cut rates. You can see a broadening out in the markets. Mona. Okay. Mona, text us. Mona, the transaction failed. We're going to help you do it manually, Mona. And Mona, you signed up with an incomplete phone number, so we can't reach out to you. Your phone number was incomplete when you signed up. So Mona, text us. Mona, text us right now. 1-888-621-2127. Lucy, maybe we throw the number up on the screen too for Mona, just so she can see it, so she doesn't have to memorize the number that I'm calling out. So here you go. There it is. Mona, 1-888. It's right on the screen. So Mona, just text us and we'll help you process the transaction. We'll help you. We'll walk you through it manually with us. Okay. 1-888-621-2127. Guys, again, that goes for anybody else. We got to welcome Peter. Peter just joined. Now we only have 11 spots left. Once we get Mona signed up, that's going to be 10 spots left. Guys, these are going quick. ttgoffer.com. Text us with questions, 1-888-621-2127. All right, back on now over to what I was saying. Okay, back on over to what we were saying. And Peter, you misspelled your email on our end. You put live.com. We're gonna change it to .com for you, so don't worry about it. We got your back, Peter. Welcome to the family. So yeah, as the Fed begins to cut rates, that is something that bodes well for small caps. Okay, so small caps, if you look at the IWM, which is the Russell, the stock was up the ETF for the Russell 2000 was up 4% on Friday. It led all markets. Okay, now Friday, Jerome Powell told us they're ready to cut rates. The IWM goes up 4%. The NASDAQ only up 1.65. The S&P only up 1.57. The Dow up 2%. So what does that show you? That shows you a broadening out of the market rally, because the NASDAQ is tech heavy, obviously, with all your AI and your tech names. The S&P 500 is also tech heavy with all your AI names, because the S&P 500 is a market cap weighted ETF. It's a market, well, I'm sorry, that's ETF is the SPY. But the S&P 500 is a market cap weighted index, which means the larger the company, the more valuable the company, the bigger the market cap, the more impact the movement of that stock will have on the S&P 500 as a whole. The Dow, on the other hand, is a share price weighted index. So the more expensive your share price, the more effect you're going to have on the Dow. The Russell is filled with smaller companies that are far more sensitive to interest rate changes, because smaller companies are more reliant on debt and financing. And when money and capital becomes cheaper, that's much better for those companies. That's why the IWM, which is the ETF for the Russell 2000, was up the most on Friday. That's how the market rally broadens out. So as long as the AI stocks either trade sideways or slowly move higher, you can get a broadening out of the Dow and the Russell that can still lead the market higher. But if NVIDIA signals that there's a slowdown in demand for their higher end chips, I don't think that'll continue to see that broadening out if the AI trade falls apart. That's why NVIDIA's earnings, I think, are more important than the PCE data on Friday. The PCE data on Friday wouldn't be a surprise if it comes in hot. You got a little bit of a, you got a so-so CPI number. You got a scorching hot PPI number. If the PCE number comes in hot, wouldn't necessarily be that much of a shock. And Jerome Powell already told us, right? Jerome Powell already told us that they're ready to cut rates. So I don't think you're going to see that much of a movement off of the anticipation of a rate cut in September if the PCE number comes in hotter than expected. That's why I think that the NVIDIA earnings are more important. Let's talk about NVIDIA. Okay. NVIDIA has two very straightforward support and resistance levels that I will trade off of following earnings. And I will draw them out for you and show you the levels. Okay. First level that we're going to talk about is the all-time high. Now that's the obvious one, right? There's your resistance at the all-time high. Okay. There's your all-time high resistance. Now with earnings, if it gaps above this level, then we'll look for 182 to 184 to be a support zone if we gap above it following earnings. But if it gaps up to, let's say, 182 and you're still underneath that all-time high, I don't think the stock will break the all-time high. I think it will bump against it and then fade back away and then trade sideways and be in a nice little channel. And that's exactly what we need. We want to see the AI stocks not sell off, either continue higher or consolidate and allow the rest of the market rally to broaden out and get the market to move higher from other areas aside from AI. So there's nothing wrong if we gap up into the all-time high and then fade off it. I would actually look to fade that all-time high if you're still underneath it come Thursday morning. The support level to focus on is 167. 167 that you see on my screen, it is this dark blue line. That is the 50-day moving average, folks. That's going to come into play here for NVIDIA. Then you have this previous little pivot top, and then that pivot top then became a little support level, and that's a nice little area of structure that we can look for there for support on NVIDIA if we were to get any big type of a sizable pullback from there. Okay, so those are going to be your support level and your resistance level that I will look to transact a trade on Thursday, depending on how those earnings go with NVIDIA. All right, now let's move on over. Let's talk about some other stocks that are on my watch list. But first, we got to welcome Jeremy and we got to welcome Kyle. Now we're down to just 9 spots. Okay. A lot of this is Greek to me. I was trained in trading Forex and I was head of my class. The teacher said, welcome to your new career as a professional trader. That's fantastic. Daryl, that's amazing, man. Congrats. That's amazing. You're going to love this. You're going to fit right in, man. You're going to fit right in. You're going to love this. So you're already an experienced trader. I mean, listen, you said that this is Greek to me. It's not. I mean, listen, trading Forex is definitely different from trading equities and options, et cetera, futures. But, probably a lot of the same technical setups and stuff that you've probably learned will roll over and still apply. Obviously, the catalysts are different. Forex is different in the sense of different catalysts and everything. And the way that Forex moves is a little bit different, obviously, from equities and options. But you're going to fit right in, man. You're going to fit right in. All right. Okay, so here's some other trade ideas I want to focus on. Keeping with the cutting of interest rates, let's take a look at some stocks that would do well as interest rates go down, and that's going to be some green energy solar names. There's something else that happened with these green energy names that I want everyone to be aware of. The IRS gave clarity on tax credits on solar and green energy under the big beautiful bill. So they gave some clarity on that stuff. That is part of a little bit of a catalyst there for some of these solar stocks over the last couple of days. And now that you have the Federal Reserve talking about cutting interest rates, SEDG is a solar stock that has gotten the absolute piss kicked out of it. The stock's been obliterated for the last 3 years. but you've just broken above a key resistance level at 32.5. If you look at my chart right now, you'll see a little pivot support level in June. It then became resistance in July, and then it was resistance again in July of this year. Okay, that was the last year, July. And then I have this year, right? And then now you had resistance here from last week. You cleared that on Friday. See that big breakout on Friday? This is a very straightforward setup. We're looking for $33 to be support on a pullback for longs into a 32.25 stop loss, and see if we can get SEDG to get a little bit more of a relief rally and get up into this gap and fill that gap at 37. So we're going to look at like a gap fill up into 37. Okay. What type of trading room is offered? Is it live audio trading or chat only? So Knife of Life, we have chat and we have audio. We have both. We have chat, audio, and screen share. So Knife of Life, myself and the moderators of True Trading Group, we share our screen with you during the day. So you see what we see, and you can toggle through which moderator screen you want to look at. All the moderators and I have audio capabilities. So throughout the day, we will talk to you what we see, what we're doing, where we're putting our orders. Watch this. This is what we're going to do. This is what we expect to happen. I'm selling here. My stop loss is here. I'm entering now. Like, we talk to you on the microphone as well. And then you have the chat component where the moderators will still chat, will type in chat, and the members will type in chat. Members can't talk audio, like they don't have a voice capability like the moderators do. Obviously, there's thousands of people inside of our chat room at any given moment. So we obviously can't have our members talking, but the moderators and I will talk throughout the course of the day. And then if you can't be in front of your computer, we do have a mobile app that you guys can download for free once you're a member. And it keeps you connected to chat, even if you're not in front of your computer, so that when the moderators and I send out a trade alert, because we send out notifications when we enter and exit positions, you'll get a real-time push notification sent to your phone. So if you're like in a meeting or you're not paying attention, you're getting something to eat, and boom, if I entered, a long on Tesla, you're going to get notified right away that I just entered that position in real time. Okay, what platform do we trade on? Daryl, whatever you do. True Trading Group is not a brokerage, so you can trade on whatever platform you want. I personally trade on Lightspeed. Some of our other moderators and members use Thinkorswim, Webull, E-Trade. Members have Robinhood and Fidelity and Interactive Brokers. I mean, you trade whatever platform it is that you want. You're trading futures. The majority of our members, use NinjaTrader for futures. It really just, a lot of our international members use either Questrade or Interactive Brokers. We have members in 114 countries. So we have a lot of international members as well. And the most common account brokerage for international members is Interactive Brokers. Our most common account for US is Thinkorswim. Okay. So that's it. All right. So SEDG, we're going to see, can we find support at 33 and see if we can get a little bit more of an upside move there on an SEDG breakout. Okay. That's that. Next up, I'm going to look at Meta. And the way I'm thinking about this is, at first I thought maybe it wasn't able to hold those previous all-time highs, but now I'm starting to think that it did. Meta is a very volatile stock, and the more volatile that a stock is, the wider those support and resistance levels become. I want you guys to understand that. So the more volatile the stock, the wider the level. So on a stock like Meta, that's going to be a really wide support level. And you can see on my screen, I just drew like a box for you, and that shows you the zone of support. Okay. Now, prior to the earnings gap up, okay, you had resistance, right? Resistance. Then you gapped above it. And the top end of the resistance became support. And then the bottom end of the resistance became support. And now you're back to the upside. What I'm looking for here on Meta is I'm looking for like 753-ish as a spot for me to look for a long on a pullback into like 750 for the long, and look for a candle that looks something like this from Meta. And if that is in fact the case, I think you get another day. I think you can get price action that looks like this. Okay, so Mona, what's up? Mona, we just whitelisted your email address. Mona, we had to whitelist your email. So Mona, you're all good to go from Australia. You are good to go. Just now go to ttgoffer.com, Mona. You used to be a member. So go to ttgoffer.com, click join now, and just sign up, and you're going to be good to go, Mona. We whitelisted your account. You're all set. All right. So again, that's ttgoffer.com, Mona. You can go there now, click join now, and sign up, and then you're going to be good. So that's what I'm looking for there, guys. That's what I'm looking for there on Meta. All right. All right, yeah, we get so there's the checkout page right there on the screen. Right? So that's what you should be seeing. You go right there, click join now, and then sign up, Mona, and you're good to go. That goes for anybody else also as well. All right. All right, so back on over to the charts with this meta trade, guys. Like I said, I'm looking for like the low 750s to be support. So we're going to look for longs into the low 750s and then see if we can get a little bit of a reversal and get maybe a day or two of upside there on Meta as Meta confirms a test and hold of the 50-day moving average, which is this dark blue line you see on my screen, which was support back here, right? And then confirms holding support at the previous all-time high. And let's look for this stock to get back into the 760s, maybe 770s. All right, that's going to be Meta. Next up, we're going to look at Affirm. And I just don't think Affirm is going to break 82. 82 is a really huge level of resistance. It was a major resistance top in the very early days of 2022. And then it was a huge resistance level here in February earlier this year. And now you're getting close to this area. What I think you might have happen here with the firm is I think a firm might run up into 82 and then put in a little bit of a topping tail and just kind of do something that looks like this. Okay, so I'm thinking that a firm does something that looks like that. All right, so we're going to look for shorts on a firm up there into 82. We can probably have a pretty tight stop. I think we can probably stop it at like 83 and then look for the stock to just drop back to like 76, 77. All right, so that'll be a short there on a firm. Then we've got Zoom Video, which had a massive breakout day, obviously, there on Friday. But what goes up must come down. No, don't say that. Don't use that as a saying. I just Zoom Video is a stock that's really had a tough time holding any real upward movement. The stock has really been notorious for selling off any large moves. And you have a pretty decent resistance level here. You got this previous little pivot top there from May, and you've got all this resistance there from February. Prior to that, there's structure there that was support. So I think this is such a huge move in such an incredibly short period of time. I just feel like Zoom Video might do something that looks like this. Okay, so we're looking for something like that looks like that there on Zoom Video. I don't think Zoom Video is going to be able to break 85. So that resistance is 85. So we look for a quick, and that would be a quick trade. I don't know if that's one you necessarily want to sit on, but at least on a pop into 85, I think we can maybe look for a quick scalp trade to the downside on that one. And then last but not least, MicroStrategy. I want to watch this one. Bitcoin took a dump earlier today. It's since tried to recover a little bit. But this 200-day moving average is everything with MicroStrategy. You can see MicroStrategy, the yellow line is the 200-day. Support, 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 support. You can go all the way back to 2023, and every single time MicroStrategy touched that yellow line, it bounced off of it. You broke underneath that yellow line last week. Now you rallied back into test that yellow line. I am not so sure that MicroStrategy is going to just do this. Now, if MicroStrategy gaps up tomorrow If this thing gaps up into the 360s, I am most likely not taking this trade right away. I would need more confirmation for that to be the case, because you have this support level here. Now I want to show you this support level. Support, 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 right? That support level was broken. Now you're bouncing back up into that resistance. You have the 200-day moving average. You have the 9 EMA sitting there as well. I think MicroStrategy is going to do this. Okay. I think MicroStrategy is going to do that. So I'm looking for a short on MicroStrategy somewhere in the mid to high 350s. My stop loss will be there in probably the low 360s. And we're going to look for this thing to drop back into the low 340s. Okay. Maybe even the 330s. But that's the price action that we're going to look for after the break below the 200-day, which has been support for 2 years. The break below the support level that's been support for the last several months. Let's look for that level to now become resistance and see if the stock then fades back and pulls back into the downside a little bit. Okay? So there you guys have it. There are my trade ideas coming into the week. Now, obviously, I'm going to add ideas to that list tomorrow once I see what stocks are doing in the pre-market, what stocks have news. We'll wait for Nvidia earnings, Snowflake earnings, CrowdStrike earnings on Wednesday after the close. We will be live to cover that with you guys, and we will talk about how we're going to trade it. All right. For the rest of you, there is a few spots left. You have until midnight tonight, or the next 9 people join True Trading Group to pay $197 for 90 days. After your 90 days are up, you can either renew $197 for another 90 days, or you can upgrade to a full annual membership by paying a balance of $402. That's $599 for the whole year, and that unlocks the double your money back guarantee. Again, full details of the double your money back guarantee are on the checkout page at the bottom. Scroll down and go read them. Yes, it is real. Yes, there are requirements. Go read them. ttgoffer.com. Click join now, and then go ahead and sign up. We got to welcome Mona. Mona is in the process of signing back up, guys. Everybody, welcome home, Mona. Mona used to be a member. She has now just come back. Mona from Australia. 8 of those spots now remain. 8 spots now remain. Everybody, welcome Mona back home. Any questions, guys? Or if you used to be a member like Mona, send a text 1-888-621-2127. All right. And that's it, folks. That wraps it up. That does it there for me. Hope you guys feel better prepared to take on the week. It's going to be a big week, obviously, with Nvidia earnings, PCE inflation data. Nvidia earnings, I think, are the biggest catalyst of the week by far. So we'll be ready for it. All right. You got a lot of volatility over the weekend in crypto. Ethereum's been on fire, new all-time high on Ethereum. And then you got this little pullback that just happened today. So we'll be focused on Ethereum. We'll be focused on Bitcoin. We're going to focus on MicroStrategy. We're going to focus on ETHU, right? We're going to be looking there for trade ideas for this week. So let's get to it, right? Get some good rest tonight. It's going to be a big week. We had a big week last week. We had a lot of really great trades. I like the ideas that we have lined up for this week. Let's put them into work, right? Let's put them into practice. Let's execute on the plans as we got them. And I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Again, if you're not a member, you got 8 spots left or midnight, ttgoffer.com. Go check us out, sign up, see what all the buzz is about. Remember, Benzinga FinTech Award, best AI analysis tool. Come check it out. Come use it for 90 days. Tell us what you think. I can almost promise you, you're not going to want to leave. Just ask our 10,000 members from 114 different countries. I'll see you guys all later. Have a great night. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Show some love. Turn on your notifications. Make sure you never miss out on these lives. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, guys. Take care.